So sometimes it's a good feeling thing that I do. Like I sometimes get inspired to kind of make a plan, sort of like what I did today with putting on the alarm, I guess. And so then I make a plan about something like a film I'm working on or something that I want to accomplish. And as I go on, I would sense some sort of, and it's not my, I don't feel I'm not aligned, but I feel like there are things that are not kind of like.
Some sort of not readiness, not wanting
Yes.
to dig up the kernel of corn and eat it. Like wanting to give it the opportunity to come into fruition.
And it has been, it's kind of been weird because I started this.
So the key is to not let yourself feel unhappy about something that isn't ready and to begin enjoying the things that are. And after a while, you'll begin to notice the difference. It's like you can feel that your path is leading here and 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 here, rather than demanding that it lead over there where it's not ready to lead. And the reason that the path isn't ready is because you are vibrationally not quite ready.
It felt kind of more like what I was working on needed to express itself in a heightened way before.
Maybe it needed to annoy you into greater clarity.
And that's what it's. No, it's not annoying me, but it's
maybe
coming.
It needed to annoy you into greater clarity. Maybe it needed to disappoint you into greater clarity. Maybe it needed to evoke from you something that you had not given to it before. Maybe it helped you to focus yourself into something that was more. In other words, this is the thing, we're going to say it to you all day long here today. Very often, something that feels like it's not working out really is. It's just not working out right now. And if you'll stop noting, if you'll stop talking about it not working out, which sort of shuts everything down, and talk about how it is working out, you just can't see the way it's working out. So just take your eyes off of that and follow the path of least resistance. The path of least resistance. Oh, here we are. The path of least resistance is the path for which you feel the greatest clarity. So it's like, we're going to give you a really bulky but really good analogy. It would be like walking through a forest with all kinds of branches to the trails. And some of the trails just lead off cliffs. Some of them just lead off into little forest cul-de-sacs. Some of them are true trail trunk lines that are going to hook up with another trail and another trail and another trail. Some of the trails are sort of dead end in the sense of what your purpose is right now. So you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and source is flowing through you, and source can see in the dark. So you're moving along and the trail just lights up and you follow it, and the trail lights up and you follow it, and the trail lights up and you follow it. And you discover along the way beautiful things in the sky and beautiful things. In other words, you realize that your trail is often very multi-purposed, because it's not just about getting from here to over there. It's about having a really wonderful romp through the forest. It's about meeting up with creatures and people that you might not have met up with otherwise. In other words, because all that you are and all that you put into your vortex is being satisfied by this trail that's lighting up. And so sometimes what you all do is that you've got some sense that that's the way, that's the fork in the road. And as you stand there, it doesn't light up for you, but sort of out of stubborn determination, you sort of begin down that path anyway. And every step you take that really, we're not going to say is off your path, because no path is off your path, because the worst thing that can happen is it can annoy you into clarity that gets you back on your path. But every step you take that is less than the path of least resistance feels less fun, it feels less good, it feels less clear. But so many of you have practiced yourself into enduring enduring the less than. Because others who want stuff from you have convinced you that they can't be happy and you be happy at the same time because you might choose a different restaurant. And so most of you, we love you so much, but you are so easy to give up on your own lighted path because you haven't practiced enough what it feels like to really feel good. You haven't let yourself be selfish enough to follow your path of least resistance. You put up with stuff that's less than feeling good in the promise that sacrifice and hard work and struggle will lead you to where you want to be. And we're here to tell you it never, never does. It just leads you to more struggle and hardship until it annoys you into something else. And what we're really asking you is, why wait? Why wait? Why endure? Why not be more sensitive early on that this just doesn't feel so good?
Well, that's what I've been kind of doing, because people think I'm a little crazy, but
well, you're here. You must be.
Yeah. When things seem not to be working out, in my mind I go, well, if I'm aligned and I'm feeling good, this has to be a way that things are working out, even though it seems like it's not.
Well, we just got to say to you, how do you know what you do want more clearly than knowing what you don't want? And so when things don't seem to be working out, they're working out in that they're leading you to what you really are wanting. And if you could just take fewer snapshots of where you are and try to make less of where you are in terms of, I need to always be right in the perfect place at the perfect time as the judgment of others are looking at me, and instead begin to understand that it's just fun to let the universe give you all of the pieces. There are so many setups for later awareness. Esther had a fun experience, and it's meaningless in terms of the greater scheme of things, but we want to give it to you here because of the everydayness nature of it. So Esther has a daughter who has a neighbor, and Esther's daughter and neighbor are really, really good friends. And Esther is so happy about their relationship and so impressed with how much they like each other and how much fun they have together. And that's about the extent of Esther's relationship with friends. She just is appreciating so much. And so now Esther has another friend who is visiting her, and Tracy and Esther are saying, oh, we need to get these two together because they would really enjoy each other because they're both crazy and they would really have a good time together. We need to plan something. So the other day, Esther took her friend to a furniture store, and they were just looking around, Esther's favorite place to be when she's there, anywhere. She can't drive past there without going in there to see what's in there today. And Tracy's friend is there. So Esther gets to introduce these two people that she's been wanting to get together. And Esther is thinking, isn't that just how the universe works? So they say hello. This girl is just getting ready to leave. They don't spend very much time together. And then Tracy shows up in the same place. Now that's not so unusual because Tracy knew they were there. And so Tracy, when she got finished with what she was doing, showed up too, all bright and shiny and beautiful, like a breath of fresh air bursting on the scene. Esther was so glad to see her. And then Esther said, Jill left, and that was a fun conversation. And then Tracy said, yes, she was here looking for a lamp. And so Esther said, did she find it? And Tracy said, well, I think she found it, but I don't think she bought it. She's thinking about it. And Esther said, and Tracy showing her the picture of the lamp that Jill just texted to her. And Esther looked at it. Now, less than 12 hours before, Esther had escorted her friend to the guest room in her house. And Esther said, oh, I need to get this lamp out of your closet. It's been in there for a couple of years. I don't have a place for it in my house. I need to get it out of there so you can hang your clothes up. Same lamp. Same lamp. And Esther is thinking, that's really good orchestration. Because when Esther saw that lamp, it bothered her that such a beautiful lamp is still in the closet. That Esther does not have a place for that lamp. But she's not going to discard it. It's such a beautiful lamp. It was like something that was just there, gestating, germinating, becoming, in other words, and at the right moment in time. Now, how much orchestration is required for all of that? Don't you find that fascinating? Not any of that coincidental. Not any of that coincidental. Just Esther's feeling about that lamp, loving that lamp, not wanting that lamp in her house, wanting that lamp to be someplace meaningful, all of that, not even anything that all she said to her friend was, I need to get this out of your way. And then the universe found the perfect place for the lamp and tied it in with other things that are really meaningful to Esther in ways that you couldn't orchestrate if you set 1,000 goals. You could rally the troops, and you could order dictates, and you could make long lists of everything that everybody's supposed to do, and you would be really lousy in comparison with what the universe has the ability to orchestrate for you. And not just has the ability to orchestrate for you, is orchestrating for you. Now, in the scope of things, that scenario seems rather unimpressive, but it holds all of the elements of everything that matters to every single one of you. Because everything that you care about, and the prioritization of how you care about them, and the activation of the prioritization of what you care about, is known by the source within you. We know where you stand in relationship with everything you want, and we know where everyone else stands in relationship with everything that they want. And if you can just start being nicer to yourself, if you can just start loving life more, if you can just start riding on this magic carpet of fun and self-appreciation and appreciation for other things, then you just become this person who is just moving through life with the universe just orchestrating things on your behalf. You begin to feel the worthiness that is natural to you, as every subtle nuance of everything that you've ever even thought about fits into your life experience in just the precise way. And when you have no need to explain it to anyone else, when you have no need to compare what's happening to you with what's happening to anyone else, you just become one who's allowing your path of least resistance to be recognized by you, because you've practiced caring about how you feel, and you've practiced feeling good. You just find yourself in that place of satisfaction and contentment where the universe says, here, friend, here's more. You were asking for that, and this is the best opportunity for that to be experienced by you. You've been asking for that, and this is the best opportunity for that to be experienced by you. You've been asking for that, and that, and that, and that, and that, because we are all in this together. There's no shortage. There's no deprivation of one. There's no lamp shortage. There's no money shortage. There's no deprivation of anything. There's no somebody having to give something up in order for somebody else to get it. There's just this means of satisfying life that is swirling around all of you. And Source is looking for every opportunity to satisfy the things that you want in the most magnificent ways. You've just got to soften the resistant prickliness that you've got, the shield that you've got up, that is preventing you from being at the right place at the right time in the state of the right realization. Oh, yeah. That was good.